Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm back with another recap of Baddies Gone Wild episode 3, Make Room. So yeah, let's get into it. So the fights still continue with um Daisy and TT. They win about like two or three rounds. TT is like, yeah, I'm missing the fact that she wasn't trying to fight you at all. But the fact that, she just did her hair and she had to fight, it was like it's up and stuck. So, um, Daisy was like, I'm about to go downstairs and go get my stuff and come back up here and we should be sharing a room. I honestly feel as if, okay, Cupcake and Bahati, that issue was something different. Like Daisy, you shouldn't even fought TT. Like TT said, like she literally found that room. Like, had you been like up finding a room instead of still fighting Coco, you wouldn't have this problem. So now you and Bahati had to share a room and y'all got the smallest beds. That's your fault. What she should have did was went back downstairs, pushed them beds together, made herself a full bed, and had a whole room to herself. Like what they had going on between them. So after that, the fighting or whatever, they all get downstairs. They start playing Never Have I Ever. Daisy took it upon herself. After who was it? Jaden and Hurricane. They started going back and forth. What was the issue between them? Jaden didn't really want to talk because her arm was messed up. Yeah, Hurricane slammed her on that concrete by the pool, and I could see why her arm hurts and it's messed up. Then Daisy wanted to insert herself and call people boring, like Rella, Jaden, and I think Shay or somebody else. And it was just like, how? Rella was like, how am I boring? How am I boring? She was like, listen, we play Never Ever Ever. If you did this, take a shot. She's like, I ain't taking no shot, but it is what it is. Yeah, she said, what do you think? I'm like, Emma or something? Tough. No, I'm good. So they play that game or whatever. Then Jaden and Hurricane, they started going back and forth at it. Um, Jaden didn't want to talk. Her arm is messed up, and they was just like, "I'm not doing this. I gotta leave. I'm getting up to go." So Jaden goes into the bathroom. Then she comes out a few minutes later, and it's just like, "Girl, it's up and stuck. Just go somewhere. Just leave me alone." Meanwhile, that's going on. All right. So after that, um, TT, Coco, and Janelle's, they're upstairs talking on the rooftop about what's going on, how the fights ensued. Then next, when they was talking, in walked Bahati, and it was just like, tuh. So Bahati explained what happened. So she was like, Daisy was fighting, and I was smiling. Once she said Titi's name, it was up and stuck. Titi would hammer her. They went like three times, and Titi was like, I'm good. Like, tuh. Janelle's and Coco was trying to break it up. Titi done had Bahati in the headlock, and she's still trying to go out. So after that, Titi was about to go downstairs, and Bahati's walked behind her, and Coco was like, "Why are you trying to walk on her, trying to jump her?" And then Titi turned her back, and she ended up picking up a chair. Like, listen, I'm not on this. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. She picked up the chair, trying to like, taunt her, and she was still going at it. Janelle's went up into Titi. She had her bottle. Titi ended up taking her bottle, was about to throw it on her, and then she was like, Janelle was like, just go downstairs. But as Titi was about to go downstairs, Bahati took use that as the advantage, like, I'm going to sneak her. She ended up doing that, and her and Bahati went at it again and say, at this point, let this girl be. Like, she done scraped up her knee and everything, and it's just like, God, got something else going on. Meanwhile, that's died down. And then Bahati's talking to him like this, I'm tired. Yeah, you're tired, but you won't give up on the fighting. Like, it is what it is. Like, it's okay, you take your L. And then we'll see another day. But you ain't trying to do that, so that's what you expect. So anyways, they get downstairs at Hurricane, TT, Ming. They're talking about how the fights upstairs with Bahati. Oh, and Shay. They're talking, and then down walks Gloss. She was in the shower. So she was like, I just heard it, but I didn't know if it was really an earthquake or if people fighting. So they started talking. Then Emery slash Hurricane, they started talking. Then it was like, yeah, Shay said something. She's still mad about the fact that the online people got an easy way at it. Like it is what it is. Y'all all still in the same room house, so why does it matter? Anyway, so Hurricane was like, listen, we could go another round. She was like, let me put my shoes up first. She's like, we ain't gotta do that. Let's get up and go. And they started going twice active, and then at this point, Shay, she ends up running off with her little cover and going somewhere. Meanwhile, Hurricane is telling Ming like she was just talking about you, talk about how she was this and now this. And it's like she wasn't saying that to my face. She was just here. And then now Ming went upstairs like lost like listen, go out upstairs, ask her do she want to fight? Because if she is, I'll fight you, fight her for you. And Ming is mad little with the confessional with Big Ant. He was like, listen, Ming, what your little behind gonna do? She's a big girl. Like, make it make sense. It was like, he's like, security. You are security. That part was funny. So Ming is now active. She's ready to go find her. She goes up and down the stairs plenty of time. Then when she gets back downstairs, one of the security, I guess, ran to see where she was at, but they ain't find her, whatever. So Hurricane was like, oh, she's in confessional. She's a confessional gangster. So Ming goes up to the confessional, gloss right behind her, and they was like, listen, do you want to fight? Do you want to fight? And they started getting active. All that fell apart. Oh, Daisy, Shay, and Hurricane, they're in the gym, supposed to be working out, but they're just talking about what's going on and stuff like that. So in walks Rella, and then Rella confronted Daisy with like, "Why do you say I'm boring?" She said, "Because you are. That's just how I felt." Okay, if that's how you felt, you shouldn't have brought that out to the air. You should just pull it to the side like this. I think you feel boring because of this, and this is why I feel this way. But no, you made a whole scene, a whole spectacle, and it's like you really started to start problems with her at this point. So Rella addressed to her. Then they started getting on her where they're from. Rochester and New York City is like at this point, people from New York don't consider Rochester New York because that's upstate. It is what it is. If you ain't in one of the five boroughs, which is Staten Island, Bronx, Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, you're not from New York. And that's just how it goes from a fellow New York native. That's just what it is. I don't care. Cause you don't never see nobody talk about, oh my god, that girl from Rochester beat that girl behind. No, they were like that girl from the Bronx, that girl from Harlem, that girl from Manhattan, that girl from Queens, that girl from Staten Island. They like, yo, that's how they get active. But hey, I digress. So Rella was like, listen, I'm boring because of this. She was like, listen, I got nose fillers and I just fought like 5 times the day before and my nose is like inflamed, so I'm trying to let that heal. And Daisy stepped going off on that. Eventually, Rella was like, she said what she said, and then Daisy was like, yeah, that's that stuff people talk from the Bronx. That all they do is talk. No, people from the Bronx they get active. Okay, people shoot people like girl. So Rella was just like, I wanted to fight her so bad in her confession, but she's like, I'm just gonna walk it off because my face is more important, as you should, girl. Okay. So yeah, that was this episode in a nutshell. A lot of fighting, and that's just what it is. Baddies going wild for real. So with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this recap, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.